Hi, this is Linda Walker, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what does a group coaching typical session look like. First of all, of course, everybody has called into the bridge line, and there's a check-in to start with. So the check-in is where people share some of their successes. They may share also some of their breakdowns, breakthroughs, anything that you think would be very helpful to the group. That's a really good time to do it. So we check in, and I'll usually ask who has something to celebrate or share with the group, whether it's positive or negative. We try to stay with the positive, but sometimes you have a breakdown and you need to talk about it. So the session starts with that. We stay away from storytelling. We stay away from giving too many details. We want to give just enough so that people get a really good idea of what's happened. If you have any wins, of course, that's where you share them, and so on. Members can ask to add something to the agenda. Somebody might come in and say, you know what, I'm really struggling with something here, and I'm wondering if we could add it to the agenda. If it's possible, I will. And if not, we'll report it till the next time, or I will offer you some coaching at the end of the session for the last at the end of the session. Usually, I'll give an extra 15 minutes if necessary. I'll do that if, for example, somebody comes in and says, I want to talk about, I'm really struggling with something, and it's really not relevant to anybody else. It's too specific to them. Then I will often usually offered to have them stay at the end of the bridge, at the end of the course or the program, and I will laser coach them at that point. We usually will then talk a little bit about what's gone well. So you've done your mission of the week, which you received a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, tells you what you needed to do, what you needed to complete. And that often is reading and or watching videos. And there's usually an actual exercise that you have to do. Usually it's an awareness building exercise, and you'll do that. And when you do all of these things, you usually, of course, build awareness around something. So this is where people share the awareness that they've built. And I'll ask a few questions. I'll ask you some questions in the group coaching. What does that mean to you, or how are you going to use this information in the future? So that's the next step. Once we've looked at the awarenesses that we got from part of what we're doing, what are you going to do about this new awareness? What is it going to change in the way you do things? Okay, so you want to keep always moving towards, when I learn something, how can I use it? How can I learn from it? We then put together a plan of action. So what are the next steps for each person? So each person has an opportunity to commit to their whatever it is that they need to do. So they commit whatever it is. It could be related to the program or not. It could be, I want to clear off my desk and I want to get it done by such and such. If I find that it's too much, I may call in, or if I find that it's not precise enough, I may ask some questions. Okay, so you put together your commitments. We often end with what are you walking away from in this session? That's usually looking at nuggets of information. It could be something that somebody else said, or it could just be the awareness that you got from the program or from everyone in the group on that particular day. So we share the nuggets. Now, one of the things that I think is very important to understand when it comes to group coaching is that for it to work really, really well, we want to create community, and we do that through full engagement. What that means is, this is a definition by a book, in the book by Jim Lohr and Tony Schwartz, called The Power of Full Engagement. To be fully engaged, we must be physically energized, emotionally connected, mentally focused, and spiritually aligned with a purpose beyond our own self-interest. So you want to be physically energized, emotionally connected, mentally focused, and spiritually aligned. That's engagement. And when you are engaging like that, what happens is you are really taking advantage of the program. You may come in, you're tired, and you don't feel like doing any of this. You know what? Just allow yourself a moment to really regroup and come into the program or the course with power. Okay, if there isn't something else that's going on, please let us know, and we will do our best to help you through it. This was Linda Walker. To your focus, action, success.